Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is culture. Culture in simple words means way of life. Way of life of a group of people, way of life of a community, way of life of a society or a nation. Now let us discuss it in more details. Culture is an English word which means the way of living of a nation, its customs. Customs means common ways of doing things. So, culture includes all our customs, food, clothes, religious rituals. Religious rituals means different religious practices and celebrations that a society follows. So it includes all the religious celebrations that prevail in our society or our society follows. Then values. Values are actually what we believe as right. They are all the things that we think are bad or are right. So they are also part of our culture. Then faith. Faith is actually our belief or trust. What we believe as true is called our faith. And culture also include laws, etc. Laws are the rules and regulations of a country. For example, we follow different traffic laws. Traffic laws are to maintain the traffic in a proper way, to manage the traffic in a proper way. So, whatever laws are in our society, they prevail in our society and we follow them. They are all a part of our culture. Now, you understand what a culture is. Every society has its own culture, due to which the people of that society are identified. You can see in those images that different things are being celebrated, and you can see different habits of people being followed in our society. They are all part of our culture and they identify us, that who we are and what we follow. Now we are going to see the comparison of culture of different provinces of Pakistan. Comparison means we are going to see the differences in the culture of all the four provinces of Pakistan. There is cultural diversity. Diversity means change in their culture because of these things that are dress, food, language, customs, and sports of every province of Pakistan. These things are different in all the four provinces. That is why their cultures are also changed and different. So the comparison is given below. First of all, we are going to discuss the language of different provinces. Language is the way people use different words to communicate or speak in a society or a community. In Punjabi, we speak Punjabi language. In the same way, Sindhi is the language of Sindh, Pashto is the language of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, and Balochi is spoken in Balochistan. So, as you have seen and noticed by their names, that every province has a different language and way of communicating with each other. Now, dress. Dress is another thing that makes the culture of the four provinces different. The way of living and dress of people differ due to varying climatic conditions in the provinces of Pakistan. Due to varying climatic conditions means because of the different climate of the different provinces of Pakistan, they have differences in their culture and their dress. For example, in Punjab, light dresses are worn in summer. As you know, summer is the hot season, so people used to wear less layers of clothes to make themselves comfortable and to bear the heat of the summer season, and they wear warm clothes in winter season. As you know, winter season is cold season, so people wear warm clothes in Punjab. In rural areas are the villages. So in villages in Punjab province, people wear dhoti and kurta, which is a kind of dress. And in urban areas are the cities. In urban areas, shalwar kameez and trouser with coat are used. This is the dress of Punjab province. Now, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, males and females wear shalwar kameez. Males also use waistcoat and turban. As you know, waistcoat is something that they wear on top of their shirt, and a turban is a headwear which they wear on their heads for beauty or decoration. The males and females of Sindh and Balochistan also wear shalwar kameez, means their dress is the same as of the other provinces. They do also wear shalwar and kameez, but ajrak and Sindhi cap are used in Sindh. Ajrak is a kind of sash that females wear, and Sindhi cap is a kind of cap, a decorative cap that the males wear on their heads. And embroidered clothes are used in Balochistan. In Balochistan, the female wear embroidered clothes. Embroidery is a thread work which is done on the cloth or dress in order to decorate them. Same way, in Sindh, clothes are embellished with embroidery. Embellished again means decorated with embroidery. So Sindh people or Sindh female also used to wear dresses with embroidery to make them look good. Now, food. Food is another thing which makes us all the four provinces to have difference in their culture. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, for example, and Balochistan, ram meat is widely liked. Widely liked means most of the people on a large area, people used to like eating ram meat. Ram meat is actually the sheep meat that is very much liked in KP and Balochistan province. Chapli kebab, you may have heard this name, and it is very liked. So chapli kebab are also a favorite dish in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Dry fruits are commonly used. Dry fruits are fruits such as almond and nuts. In Punjab and Sindh, people like to eat meat with vegetables. Fish is eaten in most of the coastal areas. Now, next thing we are going to discuss is cultural change. What is cultural change? Cultural change is the change in the way of life of a society or a change in their behavior, attitudes, and habits of people of a group, community, or a country. Because all these things are part of our culture, and when they change because of our contact with other people and societies. Now, let's see how it changes. As you know, it is the beauty of the culture that it keeps on changing with the passage of time. Varying necessities also bring about changes in culture. Varying necessities means our different needs can bring a change in our culture or our way of life. Some important factors of changes in culture are discussed below. Number one, the culture of one place affects the culture of another. For example, under the influence of British culture, the wearing of trousers and coat has become a common practice. As you know that before making of Pakistan, there was a rule of British in United India, and Britishers lived there for a very long time, and they were the people who used to wear trousers and coat. So our people used to learn it from them with a contact with them, people tried using wearing trousers and coats, and it became a habit. So that is how we have adopted this way of life and this way of wearing dresses from the Britishers, and we have adopted it into our own culture. Number two, instead of using old equipment means they are items and things that are used for different purposes. So instead of using old equipment or items, people are now using tractors, threshers in the agriculture. Tractors and threshers both are different machines that are used for cutting of crops and collecting crops. They are modern machines which are used nowadays. In previous times, people did not had these machines and they used old methods of plowing and working in their fields. Now, the facilities like electricity, gas, telephone, and computer are also available in rural areas. Because these facilities were not available in rural areas, means in villages in old times, but now they are available. With the growing rate of education in women, immense changes have taken place in culture. As you know, with the passage of time, women are now becoming educated and they are having education. So this immense change or this big change in our society and in our culture is overall changing our whole culture. Now, the third point is a healthy competition in the field of education among men and women has brought positive cultural changes in the society, because in the whole world now people are becoming educated and they are having a kind of competition in educational fields. Everyone is trying their best to have more and more education and knowledge in every field of life, which is a very positive thing. And this positive thing is bringing change in our culture and in our society, or in simple words, we can say it is bringing a change in our way of life. So, due to the advancements in communication, media, and technology, the changes in culture are taking place rapidly. Rapidly means very fast. These changes are coming in our way of life, in our culture, because of advancement, means because of the modern ways of communication, modern media that you can see, televisions and other things through which you can have more access to the outside world. They are all part of our culture and bringing a change in our way of life. Using these means, we can get adequate information. Adequate means enough information about our own culture as well as of the culture of other countries. So it means because of all the advancement and modernization, we are having changes in our culture, and we can also see the changes in the cultures of other societies as well.